For writing task one, as you're writing, what I recommend is on the CELPIP website, there are several sample exams. There's also different topics that you can practice from IELTS or others with writing complaint letters. But you can see when you're writing, you need to have it organized in a way and then be working on your transitions and the ideas that you're expressing. If you just say, you know, it's very far to go from my house to the library, that's too general. You need to be more specific, and you need to be describing how far is it, or what are you taking, driving a car, etc., if that was one of your details or ideas. So let me see if there's a few questions, and then just before we end today, then I'm going to give you some homework where you can write a sample response to a question, and then you'll be sending that to me by email or by Facebook, and I'll be marking it. I and some other teachers will be marking and giving you some feedback on your strengths and weaknesses over the next few days. So are there any questions about writing task one?
Hello. Hi, this is Muzaffar.
Yes.
Actually, I would like to know one thing. There are 3 pointers in task one.
Okay.
So is it better to write 2 paragraphs and 1 introduction paragraph? So total is the 3 paragraph and conclusion. Is it better, or we have to write 4 paragraph? 1 is an introduction and 3 is a pointer, 1 pointer, 2 pointer and 3 pointer. And then we have to conclude. Say, I am looking to hearing from you, like that. So is it better to write 3 paragraph or 4 paragraph?
Okay.
What would you recommend?
Yeah. So when we looked at the last example, which was a sample 10, they had 3 paragraphs that were long. There were 2 or 3 sentences for each paragraph, and then they had the 4th paragraph was very short, but it was just saying thank you for considering this, or I appreciate your time in looking at this matter from that. Now, whether you answer one, like you said, this question had 3 parts. So it said, describe the importance, explain why it doesn't work for you, suggest how they could use the library if it was open every day. You don't have to have 1 paragraph about the importance, 1 about the opening hours, and 1 about how people could use the library. Some of that you can put together. So that's where you're organizing it more like, what are your main reasons? So you might say the library is important for me. That would be in the 1st paragraph. Why the hours don't work for you, and how you or others could use the library. You could mix that up. So the 2nd paragraph could be why the hours don't work for you for one reason, and how you and others would use it. The 3rd paragraph could be why it doesn't work for you for a 2nd reason, and how people may use it. Or you could talk about the importance of the library, why it doesn't work for you, 2 or 3 reasons in 1 paragraph, and then 2 or 3 ways people use the library in the 3rd body paragraph, and then you're ending with your signature. So the organization has 2 or 3 different ways you can do it, but we're looking for, as you saw, with more complex sentences, more specific details at the higher levels. Okay, that's a good question. Thank you.
Actually, what I generally feel, my first pointer cover in introduction part.
Yes.
So I just write 2 paragraph. So is it better? Is it a good idea? Because I generally feel all the task 1, my pointer 1 cover in my introduction part.
Yes. Yeah. So we're focused specifically on organization with your question, but whether it's 2 paragraphs or 3 paragraphs, we're also looking at the vocabulary, the tone, the answering of the question, like the content. So as a teacher, if you're writing it in 2 paragraphs or you're writing it in 3, that's only part of your mark, and you can get a high mark with both structures. So I'm looking more, once I see the organization and it's clear, then I'm looking for the content and the vocabulary and the grammar and the other parts. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. I can take one more question and then I'm going to give you guys some homework, and you can always send messages to me in Facebook through the Facebook group. So yeah, another question.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, sir. Actually, this is Aspan from India. I have one question, sir, regarding for the writing task. Like as you said that like point to be used. So first one is the introduction. Then if we give the like firstly 1 point, secondly second point, and last we just like giving the conclusion, and we end. So it is enough, or we can say, or we put the 3 ideas, or it's better.
So if you have thank you for the question. If you have 2 ideas or you have 3 ideas, it doesn't affect that doesn't mean you'll get a lower score. What we'll look for is the details that you're using in each point. So with your first point, if you just have the main sentence in one detail, that would be a little bit lower. If you're looking for CELPIP 9, 10, or 11, that's where it says uses several facts, quotes, or ideas. So that's where, when I'm teaching IELTS or CELPIP, I often ask students to give at least 2 reasons or facts for each idea that they give me. Because if your first reason is not very strong, at least you have a second detail or a second quote or a second fact. And that way it helps expand also, so that you're, like you saw with the paragraphs there, they're longer paragraph structures, not just quick short sentences, which will get you a lower score. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys have good questions. I know I don't have enough time to take questions. Yeah, you're welcome. I don't have enough time to take questions from everyone, but we do have a Facebook group. I think most of you are part of that Facebook group, but I'm going to put the Facebook group in the into the link so you can join and participate. I will also have this video posted in our Facebook group. Let me just go to the chat for you to see, then watch this again. We also have another session in 3 hours. So I know many of you are in different countries, but if you can join us in another 3 hours, it's the same topic. So I'm going to go through the same information, but you can join again in order to see and to watch this. So let me give you the homework that I want you to do over the next couple of days, and then send it to me, and I and some other teachers will give you the score. So on the same website, CELPIP, you can click, let me just go back and do this for you. So you can go to prepare for CELPIP, and let me just see here. When I go down, it talks about taking a sample test. So I can click on the test, so start, and I can choose which category I want, test A or B. So I choose test A, that's what I'm choosing right now. And I can choose which section I want to start with. So if you go to writing, and I'm going quite fast through this, so you can watch the video or see.
Test instructions.
So they give you the instructions, and then they give you your topic. So this is the topic I want you to write about. So you recently made reservations for dinner at a famous and expensive restaurant in town. However, the meal and the service were terrible. The restaurant manager was not available to solve the problem, so you left without a resolution. So the homework that I'd like you to do, and then I'll give you some feedback on, write an email to the restaurant manager. Your email should have the following things. So talk about what were the problems with the food. So this is where you have to make up some problems. Maybe the food was cold, maybe the food didn't taste good, maybe you ordered one dish and they gave you a different food. You have to explain 2 or 3 problems or several problems. Complain about the service. And then this is extremely important. How do you want the problem resolved? Many times students just say, please solve this problem, but you need to give a specific solution or even 2 specific solutions. What do you want the restaurant to do to help in this situation? Okay, so I will also post this in our Facebook group so that you can see it if you don't see it right now, or you can take a screenshot of your screen because then you would have this question for that. Or you can send me a private message in our Facebook group, and then I can send this question to you directly. So these classes that we offer on Mondays are extremely short. It's already like 30 minutes has already passed. So we're going to, like I said, have another session in 3 hours with this. But before we go, immediately after this class, then we're going to have a 30-minute IELTS session. So you're welcome to join us. It's a different link. So you would log out of this as we shut down and then log in for the IELTS session. But I'll be talking about general and academic IELTS strategies to help you with writing task 1. So thank you guys for joining me this morning or afternoon or evening in the different countries you're in. And feel free to send me messages through our Facebook group so that we can help you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you guys. So our session for today is done, but we will follow up and send me messages and ask more questions. So the link is now put into the chat room, and it's also in our Facebook group and in the different areas we've been advertising. So thank you guys for joining this morning.